Hi there, Facebook friends and everybody. I was just going to ink my new rainbow pad, and I had picked out my colors, and I thought, I wanted to just show you my process with how I do the colors, how I choose them, and then how I ink it. So if you have looked at my blog today at pattystamps.com, you probably saw about a dozen or 15, maybe more, samples using rainbow pads. I was featuring my Love to Stamp group because last month we had a challenge. So I have blogged previously several of my examples. Here's just a couple that I had done with this rainbow pad. And if you're not familiar with them, this is what they look like. They're 5 individual sections that you ink. It comes empty, just blank. And then when you store it, you leave it pulled apart like that, and you put the lid on it. And I store it upside down because I like to keep the ink at the top. And let me show you just the blue-green one that I had. So I put the colors on the bottom. And that one looks like this. And then I also did this one with the pinks and purples, and it looks like this when you stamp it. So I'll show you the stamping in a minute. I think, nope, it's not even that one. It's close though, close to that one. But I just wanted to show you my process, my thoughts, how I go through this, and what I do when I'm getting ready to ink it. So there are no colors on the top when you buy one. It's completely empty, and all 5 sections would look like this. They would all be white. Now I've already inked these 3, and here's how I decide what I'm going to do. I knew that I wanted blues and purples, and I pulled out. Did I even introduce myself? I was so distracted by that crazy phone call. This is Patty Bennett. I blog at pattystamps.com. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, I'm giving you some tips today about inking your empty rainbow spectrum pad. So back to this. So what I do is I like to pull out markers that I think will look good together. So that's my first step, is I just pull the markers out. And then I scribble them on a scrap. And if I like it, then I go ahead and write it down. I get out my Stampin' Up! Ink refills. So this is what the ink refill looks like. And then I ink my rainbow pad. So I already did, you can see I've got them in order. I already did Blueberry Bushel, Pacific Point, Balmy Blue, and then I'm going to just do 2 of them with you, just so you can see, because a lot of you have asked, how do you do it? How much ink? How does it look? What's the process? So I just kind of fill in like that. Then I'm going to tilt this to the side and show you. So I have not actually inked all the way down into the whole thing. You can just see, I hope you can see that. So you can just see that it's just soaking down a ways. You do not have to make sure that the whole thing is filled with ink. You can always add a little more ink later. So that's what I have been doing, and it's been working fine. I figured, just why saturate the entire thing, because if you do go ahead and store it upside down like I do, the ink is staying right here at the surface. So that's my system. Let me just grab a Kleenex and wipe that. Just don't want that to drip somewhere else. So that's the system that I use to ink it. All right, so now it's inked, and it's those colors. So now, am I being brave or what? Because I'm going to try this with you live And I haven't even tried this color combo yet. So, oh, let's hope that it looks great. All right. So when you use it, you push it together like that. You can use it separate. If you were using tiny little stamps, you could leave it pulled apart. Now, on the very first time that you use it, it might come out a little splotchy, or it might not be completely inked, and then you would just go ahead and you would put some more ink. But let's see how it looks with these beautiful ornaments. I think it's going to look really pretty. Whoa, it's a gorgeous. I like that. Let me do it one more time, and then I'll hold it up so you can see a little bit closer view. So you can see that I'm just sort of going up and down within the sections of the rainbow pad, and I am not, you're not like twisting it around, because then you just get all these muddy colors. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I love this. Can you see those beautiful colors? So there they are. Blueberry Bushel, Pacific Point, Balmy Blue, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape. I love how that turned out. Do you like it? I think it's super pretty. Super, super pretty. Then I got out this one, and I thought we would try this one. And I think, let me just move these over. I think what we'll do is we'll do it this way. Let's do it like that, so that we could draw the line there or use the line stamp. Oh, that's pretty. Now, I didn't get that quite inked enough. That's what I was saying, is the very first time you might need to just do a practice. So let's just try it again, and I will concentrate a little bit more on getting it inked rather than talking. Let's see, I can see one spot that's not quite getting it. You know what? I know the problem. Hang on. It's because it's a photopolymer stamp and I don't have my mat. So let's try it again, and we'll see if that helps fill it in. Now I can see that one spot just isn't quite filling in right there, but it's okay. That is beautiful. I could fill that in with a marker, or I could leave it. If I, if you didn't say anything, people probably wouldn't notice, but how pretty. I am liking these colors. Yeah, so I've just got out a couple of other stamps that I wanted to try. This one is the Congratulations to You, and this is a good one because it's the exact width. If you just, do you see how I've got it just a little bit at an angle? It's the exact width of the pad itself. So let's see if that got enough ink. Yep, and look how pretty that is. So by turning that at an angle like I did, the stripes are kind of going diagonal right through it. And then let's try the big butterfly. Any of the bigger stamps are great. So let's do it this way. Whoa, I think I got it inked. Oh yes, how beautiful. I am really liking these colors. What do you think? Anybody else like it? I think it's very pretty. Pretty, pretty. And then I also grabbed this large stamp because this is another good one to try to kind of get the entire spectrum. Hang on, there's a little rogue fuzz. This is a great stamp to get that entire spectrum of your colors. So let's see if we did that. So pretty. So beautiful. Do you like it? Hope you like it. So that's how you use it. That's how you ink it. When you're done, you pull it apart and you put the lid on. And then, like I said, I store it upside down because I want the ink to be at the surface. So let me show you a couple of ways that on these pads that I had already done, how I marked them so that I will know what the colors are. So on this piece, I took a piece of glossy and it kind of streaked across there, and I did, you know, I wasn't going to use this for a card. It didn't look good, but I cut a little strip of those colors, and then I just used a piece of Terran tape and I put it on there. And by doing it on the glossy paper, it really gets a nice, vibrant color. And on the back, I just cut out this piece that I had done with my markers and I just stuck it there. It's a little bit too long, but it doesn't matter. At least I know exactly what the colors are so that when I go to re-ink it, then it will be the right color. Now on this one, I had stamped an image and I think it says, "Happy birthday, may your day be as beautiful as you." And I was like, oh, look, if I just cut that out, I can glue it right there and then I know what my colors are. So I was just being a little creative with that. And then on the back, again, just the colors and the names of the colors that I did. And on this one, same thing. I just sort of dragged it across and smashed it onto a piece of cardstock. I cut a strip and then I was able to just stick it right there. And same thing on the back. So that's just a really easy way to identify what your pads are. And then on the ends, I used my Dymo labeler. So a purples, greens, and this is just a rainbow of colors. I didn't really know what to call it. But that way, when they're upside down and they're in my ink pad holder, then I know what the colors are. So there we go. Do you have any questions about them? I'm really excited about how beautiful this looks. I hope you like these. Here's just a couple others that I was just playing with colors. Hope you like them. So just all different. You can see that that was this one. And this, and oops, this one. These two were this one. And then this one, actually, I used watercolor paper and I dragged it across there and I spritzed it. Well, I really saturated it, and so it's all of those beautiful colors. And then I stamped on it when it was dry. So lots of different ways you can use these uninked spectrum pads. And hop on over to pattystamps.com today. If you're watching this live, this is, let's see, Friday, August 10th. So on pattystamps.com today, you'll see lots of samples. They are all done by my Love to Stamp group. So I hope that you enjoy those from my guest artists and hope you enjoyed the tips for inking that. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.